We have been pursuing what Krishna has been saying to Arjuna. Yesterday we saw Vyavasayatmika buddhirekeha kurunatana Bahushakakyanantasya buddhayo avyavasayana. There are two kinds of people. One who can do the determined action, they have a goal, they have to pursue the goal, and they go that direction. Krishna tells that you must be like that. The others are goalless. They will go here, they will go there, somewhere. They will never reach any goal because they don't have a definite goal at all. After saying so, you will be surprised to know Krishna is making certain statements in the next 2-3 shlokas or 4-5 shlokas. Yamimam pushpitam vacham pravadanta vipastitaha vedavarta partha nanyadastiti vadinaha kamatmanaha swargapara janmakama palapradam kriya vishesha bohulam bhogaishwarya gati prati. There are 2 shlokas together in this, so I have read both of them. Yamimam pushpitam vacham pravadante avipastitaha. Avipastita means those who do not have a definite determination to do their job. Yamimam pushpitam vacham pravadante avipastita. Vedavadarta partha. There are people who say there is Vedavadis, Krishna calls them. Everything, there are 2 ways in Indian philosophy which we are to know. One is karma marga and another one is jnana marga. Karma marga means you can achieve even sarga with your yajna, yaga and so on. That is one thing. You do this homa, you will get this benefit. You do this vrta, you will get this benefit. There is one. And another one, there is what's called jnana marga, wherein you are knowing the truth is more important than these things. In karma marga, the end is only swarga. We go to swarga if we perform these many things. But Indian philosophy, I told you earlier, swarga is not our ideal. Swarga and narkas are 2 things on the way of our completing the life. We will come back and complete it. And whenever that full-blown life happens, understands Atman, then there will be no more rebirths. No swarga, no naraka. Beyond that we are to be. So, Jnana Marga says about that. Here is a comment by Krishna about the Karma Marga. Vedavadarta partha nanyadastiti vadinaha. There are some people who think there is everything in the Vedas, there is nothing other than that. They speak pushpitam vacham, flowery language they speak. Flowery language they speak. They are undetermined people. They cannot decide anything. What do they say? Kamatmanaha. They are people of desire, want to have something achieved by that. Kamatmanaha sargapara. Second line, second word. Sarga is the aim. They want to go to Swarga after doing. Janma kalma palapradam. There are many things which happen to our birth and other karma. Palapradam. Kriya vishesha bahula bhogaishwari. They give many suggestions for bhoga aishwarya gatim prati. That is luxury and richness. They don't go beyond that. Bhoga Ishwarya Gatim Prati. Bhoga Ishwarya, next sloka also to be taken with that one. Bhoga Ishwarya Prasaktanam Taya Aparata Chetasam. Such people who are Kamatmanaha Swargapara Janmakarma Padaprada, that is the second shloka of this unit, they only go up to that one. They Bhoga Ishwarya Prasaktanam Taya Aparata Chetasam. All their mind has been drawn into Bhoga and Aishwarya. They do not go beyond. Vyavasayatmika buddhi samadhavu navidiyate. They will never have a determined self to do an action. These three shlokas, that is 42, 43, and 44, underline, not my comment they are, Krishna's comment they are. They speak wonderfully that you need not be drawn by this Vedavadarata Partha. You have to take a determination. You must see whether it is dharma or not, must fight. If you go on asking, this happens with many of us. One of my relative wanted to donate his body to the medical college after his death. So he had decided that he should give the body to the medical college. Then I asked, then what did you do? Did you sign any medical college form, or did you make a will for that? I asked. No. I went and asked the Swamiji whether I can do it. And he said, no, the body is not your right. It is the right of your son. You cannot donate it to somebody. When you are dead, your son will be doing, he said. I told him, you have gone to that person whom you knew would only say this. So he would definitely say, you need not donate the body. That's what he said. Such people are there. Most of the directions that has been given by these people, even now, I generally refer to these Jyotishis who control. When you open your TV at 9 o'clock, one or the other will come. Today is that day. Today you have got this dosha. So today you repeat this mantra. Today is so bad, so good for you. You will achieve something. They will confuse you like anything. That is what Krishna is telling about. Don't fall prey to them. What a beautiful argument by Krishna. Vedavadarta Partha Nanyadasti Itika. Everything in Vedas, there is nothing else other than that. There are people who say with flowery language, Pushpitam Vacham. I am referring to Shloka number 43, 42 there. Pushpitam Vacham, flowery language. They will try to confuse you. They will try to confuse you about your goal. Pravadanti avipastitaha. Those who cannot determine what to do exactly by themselves. Kamatmanaha. Those people are people of having lots of desire. Kamatmanaha. I want Swarga, I want joy, I want Aishwarya, and so on. Swargapara. Swarga is their goal. Bhagavad Gita, what is the goal for us? Liberation is the goal. Even after fighting war, the liberation is possible. That is Krishna's advice to Arjuna. If you can determine and fight for establishing dharma, he told previously, Hatova prapsasi swargam jitvava bhokshase mahim. If you die in the war field, you will get swarga. If you win the war, you will enjoy the beauty. Therefore, don't get into confusion, fight, he said. But here it is the otherwise. Vedavadarta Partha Nanyadasti. There are people to confuse you like this. Everything is in Veda. They are not beyond Kamatmanaha. They are people who can do any karma expecting a result. Kamatmanaha is that. Everything we do is for a particular end that we get. Not to save dharma, he will fight, and whether victory or defeat, he will accept what Krishna said. They won't follow that. Kamatmanaha Swargapara. They are people desirous of going to Swarga. Thinking is, we can enjoy more in Swarga. Swarga is a beautiful place where you don't feel hungry, where you never have anything unhappy. That too, if it is Vaikuntloka or Kailasa, you will sit in front of Vishnu, only looking at him, no disturbance at all. Forever you sit like that. Maybe you will get bored after sitting for some days. Is it only looking at like this? So, Kamatmanaha they are, Swargapara they are. Swargapara means they think only about this Swarga. Janma karma palapradan. And it begins with our birth. born in a bad star, so you have to do certain karmas to overcome that. Janma karma palapradan. Kriya Vishesha Bohulam. That is the 43rd shloka, first line. They will tell you many actions to be done. Kriya Vishesha Bohulam. They will direct you to do this, it will happen, to do this, this will come to you, and so on. They say, Bhoga Ishwarya Gatin Prati. Not for liberation, only for Bhoga and Ishwarya. Only for enjoyment and richness. Who are these people? Those who speak flowery language. Those who say there is everything in Veda. Veda Vadarata Partha Nanyadasti. There is nothing else other than this. That is what they don't have a concept of liberation at all. They are people who cannot determine and take an action at all. So, Yamimam Pushpitam Vacham. These non-discriminating people who remain engrossed in karma, enjoined by Vedas, who argue that there is nothing other than this, who are full of desires and heaven as their highest goal. Heaven is their highest goal, not moksha, not known to them at all. Highest goal, utter these flowery words, talk of many special ritual meant for attainment of pleasure and power and of the result in the form of births and rebirths. That is what they say. Do this, it will give you this one. Do this, it will give you this one. Krishna is not appreciating them, we must know. But he is not denying that also. There are people who do it. In 9th chapter, he will give you a beautiful thing. Supposing you do a great yajna, will you go to Swarga? If you ask, Krishna says, yes, you will go. Definitely you will go, because that is there in our Vedas. But that is not a permanent thing. How long can you draw money from your ATM card? You can draw it until you have money in your account. What happens when money is over? You will not get the money. So what happens to Swarga that you have attained by your doing so many yajnas? When your punya is over, back here square one. You have to start it once again. This is an interesting thing. They are not the permanent things at all. Swarga is not permanent. Naraka is also not permanent. We also know in our constitution. Supposing a man commits a crime, he will be put to jail. How long? Every criminal activity has its own limit. He will be there in jail for 2 years, 3 years. And what will happen to him? He will come back. So is the case with punya. You have done a great yajna, go to heaven, grand, and when your punya is over, back here. Or, say for example, you are staying in a luxury 5-star hotel. Everything is fine. Breakfast is fine, lunch is fine, everything is brought to you. You need not even get up. Wonderful treatment is given. How long can you be there? When your money is over, they will put you out with your bag and baggages out of the hotel. Whether you like it or not, they will throw you away. This is exactly what Krishna is telling. If you go to these karmas, you will never reach the ultimate goal of mukti. It's really wonderful. And you will be surprised to know Krishna said it 6,000 years ago. Still the situation here is same. There are people who say that Veda Vadarata Partha Nanyadasti, there is nothing other than Vedas. And they are Jalma Karma Prada. They only think of Karma Prada. If you do this, you will get this result and so on. And for that, they will give you many activities, many kind of yajnas to be done to attain that goal. That is not permanent. You have to come back to this earth once again. These 3 shlokas underlined 42, 43 and 44 reflect over them, not told by me, it is by Krishna, who is saying that this is not the right direction in which we are to go. We have to do our work. He is telling about Karma Yoga now. You see, he is directing Arjuna the way in which he had to do the duty. This is not the way he has been telling him, telling me and telling you. Yamimam pushpitam vacham pravadante avipastitaha. People who do not have a determination speak about these words. Pushpitam vacham, flowery language. They will hypnotize you with their language. If you do this, you will get such wonderful thing. You will go to Swarga, and if you do this, your parents will go to Swarga and they will enjoy. We have been doing those things, you see. Sir, should we do or should we not, if you ask me? We have been doing it. There is no other way. We have to do it. I generally tell. When people, elders die, do it as per your Shastra, as per your belief. That is, in a way, socializing people. Not that you just throw away the dead body. No. Respectfully, you dispose it. Every dharma has its own way of doing it. Do according to it. There is nothing to lose. But beyond that, if you give him the way, if you do something, he will go to Swarga. If you do something, he will go to Naraka. It's not there. Everybody goes to his own karma. After my death, I go where my karma will take me. Not what sun does me to take to heaven or hell or moksha. This is the concept with which our moksha concept comes in the way. Yamimam pushpitam vacham pravadante avipastitaha. They are people not having determination. Veda vadartha partha. What do they say? There is everything in Veda partha. They will say everything is in Veda. Veda vadartha partha. Nanyadasti iti vadinaha. They argue there is nothing other than this Arjuna. It is Arjuna, Krishna is telling to Arjuna, taking his name. What people like they are. Next shloka he says, they are kamatmanaha. People having too many desires to work and achieve. Sargapara. Their aim is not moksha. Their aim is more enjoyment. Swarga is there for us to enjoy. You can enjoy all things that you have in this earth. More than that will be there in Swarga. That is the belief given to us. So, Swargapara, Janma Karma Kriya Vishesha Bahulam. They will tell you a lot of kriyas to be done. For what? Bhoga Ishwarya Gatim Prati. For Bhoga and Ishwarya. Bhoga means enjoyment. Aishwarya, you already know. So you have to do so many things for your Bhoga and Aishwarya in Swarga. So they recommend you to do so many things. Their mind doesn't go beyond that. Bhoga Ishwara Prasaktanam Taya Parta Chetasam. Their mind is so limited that they cannot go beyond this. Bhoga Ishwarya. Vyavasayatmaka buddhi samadhavu navidhyate. They will never have what he said in the shloka number 41. Vyavasayatmaka buddhi will not be there. What a wonderful thing. Vyavasayatmaka buddhi came in 41st shloka. Just refer back to that. And he is again saying that they will never have Vyavasayatmaka buddhi. Determined action to be taken to save dharma. We just had an incident like this yesterday in Pahalgam. If you are following Indian news, maybe you will be knowing. Some 27 people have been killed, asking whether you are a Hindu or not. When he said a Hindu, shot him. Should we take action, or should we say that the action should not be taken because we may have to kill them all? We have to. That is dharma. That is what Bhagavad Gita is for. Krishna could have told him, don't fight, as Arjuna said to it, they could have run away. No. When there is injustice, fight back. Fight back. So that is why he said, Bhogaishwara Prasaktanam Tayapaltache. Their mind is completely drawn towards the Bhoga and Aishwarya. I mean, 44th shloka. For them, Vyavasayatmaka buddhi samadhavu navidhyate. As he said in the 41st shloka, they can never take determined action in their life. When problem comes, they have to run to a man who could suggest which is to be done to overcome this problem. They have to do it. Kamatmana Swargapara, he said. They are desire people of having great desire to get something for them. Their only ideal is to go to Swarga, not Moksha. So these three shlokas underline and go through them repeatedly so that we will know Krishna said these things 6,000 years ago. Even now the situation is almost the same. There was a eclipse once. And one of my students in Shimoga came to me, sir, there is an eclipse tomorrow. It is said it is very dangerous for the particular Rashi people. And I have to give money to make a Shanti to the temple, she said. Is it? I didn't know. What Rashi you belong to, I said. And she said, this Rashi. Oh, he also belong to that Rashi. Either I must also do it now, or I must be ready to face. Then what I said continually, oh yes, you can go and give money, but I don't give. I have surrendered myself to Krishna. If he wants me to live, I will live. If he doesn't want me to live, I will go. I'm not bothered at all. This nature, if it comes to us, we are definitely stronger people. That's why I say, when you have come to Bhagavad Gita, gods have come to your house. He is on your right, on your left, in front, behind, up, down, inside you also God. If you can realize this, what Shanti you have to do for a particular thing. And also in the previous shloka he said, whatever is born should die. There is no loss with death in that manner. I will go and reborn in some other place if my karma still remains. When a man is paripurna Vyaktitva, he may not be born. What would happen to him? He merges back with the cosmic consciousness. Individual self won't be there. Not necessary to be there. But still we can worship in that form only. I give the example of Ramakrishna Paramasa, Ramana Maharshi, and so on, Chandrasekhar Bharati, Siddheshwar Swami, and so on. Hundreds of people, Enduro Mahan Bhaval. There are many Mahan Bhavas who have achieved this. And they won't be born again. That is what we feel. They have got mukti. But we still can worship in their form. God can appear to you in that form anytime if you want. He is all-powerful. If he doesn't have the power to appear to you in the form of Ramakrishna, his all-powerfulness will disappear. So he can come to you in the form of your Guru, whom you are. So you want to have worship in the form of Ganesha, can he come or not? He can. If not, he is not that great, that big, that powerful. So here, he gives a beautiful thing. Don't fall a prey to these words of Vedavartha, Partha, Nanedasti Tivadina, Kamatmana, Swarga Parva, Janmakaru Prapata, Kriya Vishesha Bohalam Bhogeshware Gatim Prate, Bhogeshware Prasaktanam Tayapahatasam. All their minds have been drawn by these Bhoga and Aishwarya. I am speaking about the 44th shloka, first line. Bhoga Ishwara Prasaktanam Tayapahatachetasaha. If you are like that, Vyavasayatmika Buddhi Samadho Naviyate. You will never have a determined mind to do any action in your life, Arjuna. Therefore, be determined. Vyavasayatmika Buddhi Ekeha Kurundana. Coming back to 41st shloka, first line. Be very decided to do your action. Don't go pray to here and there. A beautiful advice given, the two given against the Vedic rituals. Against the Vedic rituals, they can't take you. But Krishna said, don't do that. If you want to, you can do that, but it's not the final. He will say again and again this beautiful truth. We are not coming in the way of those who do these things even now. Do it. But for me, I have surrendered myself to Kaivartaka Keshavan prayer that you have got that word. You have handed over your reins to Krishna to run you. And what are you to worry about? He will look after. Your duty is to do your journey beautifully. Doing every job that comes in the way of you, in the form of karma, go on doing it, offer it at the feet of God. Totally be relaxed. Every day we must be new human beings. It is possible if we can get this nature with us. Let us repeat all these three shlokas one after another. Yamimam pushpitam vacham
Yamimam pushpitam vacham
pravadantya vipassitaha
pravadantya vipaschitaha
vedavadarata partha
vedavadarataha partha
nanyadastiti vadinaha.
nanyadastíti vadinaha.
Yamimam pushpitam vacham
Yamimam pushpitam vacham
pravadantya vipassitaha
pravadantya vipaschitaha
vedavadarata partha
vedavadarataha partha
nanyadastiti vadinaha.
nanyadastíti vadinaha.
Kamatmana swargapara
Kamatmanah swargapara
janma karma palapradam
janma karma phalapradam
kriya vishesha bahulam
kriya vishesha bahulam
bhogaishwaryagatim prati.
bhogaishwaryagatim prati.
Kamatmana swargapara
Kamatmanah swargapara
janma karma palapradam
janma karma phalapradam
kriya vishesha bahulam
kriya vishesha bahulam
bhogaishwaryagatim prati.
bhogaishwaryagatim prati.
Bhogaishwarya prasaktanam
Bhogaishwarya prasaktanam
taya pavrta chetasam
taya paharata chetasam
vyavasayatmika buddhihi
vyavasayatmika buddhihi
samadho na vidiyate.
samadhau na vidhiyate.
Bhogaishwarya prasaktanam
Bhogaishwarya prasaktanam
taya pavrta chetasam
taya paharata chetasam
vyavasayatmika buddhihi
vyavasayatmika buddhihi
samadho na vidiyate.
samadhau na vidhiyate.
One of the greatest point told by Krishna to Arjuna and to me and to you, how must we care for this Homa, Havana, Kamya Karma and so on. After saying so, he makes a generalization about those things. Traigunya Vishaya Veda Nistraigunyo Bhavatna. Again, it is a continued comment on Veda. Vedas only speak about three gunas. Traigunya Vishaya Veda. What are the three gunas? Sattva guna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna. Sattva, Raja, Tama. Traigunya Vishaya Veda. But what does he expect, Arjuna? Nistraigunya Bhava Arjuna. Go beyond that. Vedas speak about only three gunas. Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna, Kamya Karma, Swarga, Naraka, and so Bhogeshwarya, and so on. Whatever you read in the previous three shlokas, they won't go beyond that. But you have to be Nistraigunya Bhava Arjuna. Krishna actually is teaching us to go beyond these three gunas. Nistraigunya Bhava Arjuna is an interesting thing. Go beyond. First is tamas is the basest, base quality, and rajas is creativity and doing every karma with a desire. Sattva is enjoying doing true things. Trigunya, beyond going means a perfect man, a perfect human being. A man who does everything, offers it at the feet of God, and he is relaxed always. That is a man, Nistraigunya, man who has gone beyond three gunas. And he must be Nirdvandvo. There must be no Dvandva. Dvandva, I think you can understand. Whether this is right or that is right, no confusion. Nirdvandva, Nitya Sattvastaha. He is always established in Sattva Guna. Sattva is the last that we can achieve. Beyond Sattva, it is God's grace. Whether he will take us or not, we do not know it. We can, from Tamas, we can rise to Rajas. From Rajas, we can rise to Sattva. We can stay in Sattva, but Sattva is not the ultimate. We must go beyond that. That, I think, will happen when the God's grace is there in each one of us. But we can settle at a particular point. So, establish in Sattva Guna, Nirdvando Nitya Sattvas Niryoga Atma. Don't have the anxiety of acquiring and protecting. You should be the master of yourself. Don't fall prey to Tamoguna, Rajoguna, Sattoguna. You have to go beyond them. Nirdvandvo. You must not have any dilemma. Nirdvandva. Nitya Sattvasto. Established in Sattva. Niryoga Kshemat. Not bothered about anything that would happen. Because you have taken a right decision. Arjuna need not now worry whether he should kill Bhishma, whether he could kill Drona. All things are over. They have gone beyond that. They also could have thought whether the war was right or not, but they did not. Pandavas have to fight them. Therefore, don't worry about those things. You have to take determined action here. Traigunya Vishya Veda. Underline that one. Again, Krishna's statement. Vedas speak only about three gunas, Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, and Tamoguna. But Krishna is telling Arjuna and to me and to you, Nistraigunnyo Bhavarjuna. Wonderful. Go beyond three gunas. Nistraigunnyo Bhavarjuna. Arjuna, go beyond the three gunas. And how should he be? Nirdvandva. Have no dilemma. Nitya Sattvasto, always settle in Sattva, that's the last thing that we can reach. From Tamas we can rise to Rajas, from Rajas we can come to Sattva. Sattva is not the ultimate. Beyond Sattva, Nistarigunya means beyond Sattva also. We cannot do anything. It is just like this. You can go up to airport, but we have to wait for the train to arrive to go beyond. So you can wait in Sattva, and the next step, probably by grace of God, you will receive. By the grace of God, anyone can receive. There is no caste-based thinking about these things. It is only in Bhagavad Gita who says, any man who has got these directions of Bhagavad Gita can get moksha. Not necessarily Brahmana, not necessarily sannyasi. Anybody, even a plumber, if he can understand his nature and everything as said in Bhagavad Gita, he can also get liberated. It is not associated with what you do at all. There are 3 or 4 activities in society. Brahmana is an intellectual, Kshatriya is a warrior, Vaishya is a businessman or agriculturist, Shudra is a man who works as a labor. Not beyond that. Neither one is superior nor the other one is inferior. For Krishna, it is the truth. Only Krishna says this. You will get it. You will know it when you, surprisingly, you will know it when we come to the 18th chapter. What a wonderful thing it is. So, Traigunya Vishya Veda, Nistraigunya Bhavarjuna. Veda speak about 3 gunas, Arjuna, Nistraigunya Bhavarjuna. Go beyond these 3 gunas. Be Nirdvandva. Whether we win, whether they win, is war good, is war not good? That is what the questions he had asked earlier. Is fighting a war good or not fighting good? We do not know. We do not know whether we will win or they will win. I think you remember in the 2nd chapter only he had told this. You need not have those things. It is your duty to fight against adharma. Fight. Then what? Hatava prapsisi swargam jitvava bhokshase. If that you have sacrificed your life fighting for a great cause, you will go to Sarga. If victorious, you will win over the Rajya and rule it well. Both way you will never be in loss. So that must be the determination. Traigunya Vishya Veda, this Traigunya, a great shloka, once again you can underline. Vedas speak about only three gunas, Sattva-guna, Tarjo-guna, Tamo-guna, and so on. But you have to become Nirdvandva, Nitya Sattvastva, Niryogakshema. Be dilemma free, be insaptic, be unattached to your health and activity. That is to be done by you. So Vedas speak about Sattva, Rajo, Tama. You have to go beyond them is the advice given to Arjuna and me and to you. That's why I say that is what I generally called a spiritual tourism here. Oh, you repeat this mantra, it will help you a lot. Some people will come and say. Every day that will be there in the Jyotisha section of your newspaper or on TV. Today you repeat this will help you. Today you do this. These people are really confusing. They have divided the world into different parts. Some work they have assigned to Rama, some to Krishna, some to Ganesha, some to Saraswati, and some to Durgi, and so on and so forth. All gods are one god for Krishna. If you go there, everything you can go. What you have to do is go beyond three gunas, be nirdvandva, be a nitya sattva, be a niryogakshema atman. Not worried about your personal well-being. That should be there for you. So you have to fight back. I think you can repeat. Traigunya Vishaya Veda.
Traigunya Vishaya Veda.
Nistraigunya Bhavarjuna.
Nistraigunya Bhavarjuna.
Nirdvandvo Nitya Sattvasto.
Nirdvandvo Nitya Sattvasto.
Niryogakshema Atmavan.
Niryogakshema Atmavan.
Traigunya Vishaya Veda.
Traigunya Vishaya Veda.
Nistraigunya Bhavarjuna.
Nistraigunya Bhavarjuna.
Nirdvandvo Nitya Sattvastaha.
Nirdvandvo Nitya Sattvastaha.
Niryogakshema Atmavan.
Niryogakshema Atmavan.
And there is another wonderful shloka, Bhagavad Gita, you get, many times I tell this. Even if you listen to 1,000 Upanyasa and Bhagavad Gita by people, Bhagavad Gita will give you the secret when you go through each shloka with three methods: Shravana, listening, Manana, reflection, and Nididhyasana, trying to put it into practice. We need not succeed now. We are still children in this art of going towards moksha. So, those three steps, Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. Only when you come to Bhagavad Gita, you can get these things. If not, somewhere you will be losing the secret of Bhagavad Gita once for all for you. Yavanartha udapane sarvata samplutodake tavan sarveshu vedeshu brahmanasya vijantaha. Another wonderful shloka told by Krishna. When there is water everywhere, is there a necessity of water from a particular well for the puja? Yavanartha udapane sarvata samplutodake. Udapana means say a well. When water is filled everywhere, what is the use of the water from the well? Tavan sarveshu vedeshu brahmanasya vijanta. Underline this. For a vijanata means man of knowledge. Atmajnani. You can write that. Atmajnani. One who knows what he is. One who knows he is an expression of that cosmic consciousness. One who knows he has been doing the duty that he is assigned to do by the Creator. Does it? Offers at the feet, be relaxed. So that man. Yavanartha udapane sarvata sampradodake. What is the use of water from the well when it is everywhere? Tavan sarveshu vedeshu brahmanasya vijantaha. For an Atmajnani, Veda is just like that. What is the use of Veda for him? Ramakrishna Paramahamsa doesn't sit and read Vedas every day because he has gone beyond Veda. So is Ramana. So are many of our great people, seers. They have seen the truth, what they are. They know the truth, why they are here. They know the truth, what they ought to do. They go on doing as a duty towards that cosmic consciousness and leave the body one day without carrying any residue. Offering everything, freely they go away. Yavanartha udapane, for Brahmana who knows self, all Vedas are of only so much use as a small reservoir when there is flood everywhere. When there is flood everywhere, your water from the well which you collect for your puja is no waste. You can collect anywhere for that matter. So also, for a jnani, Vedas are not necessary because they have gone, they have achieved what is said in Upanishad, said in Brahma Sutra, said in Bhagavad Gita, they have already achieved. They have gone beyond three gunas. For them, this is not necessary. That is what is not necessary. What is said in the previous three shlokas, 42, 43 and 44 are not necessary. Need not do anything. You are a better man even without that. You don't have a feeling for Bhoga Aishwarya. You are not Kamatma. You are not Jalma Kalma Prada. You have gone. That's what he is saying. Yavanartha udapane sarvata sampradodake. As water from the well is of no use when there is water everywhere, so is the case with the Jnani. He doesn't have any use for Vedas. Whatever Vedas would give him, he has already achieved. What is the meaning of going through it again and again? He is in that state which Vedas have given. The last part of the Veda, Upanishads have given, Brahma Sutra has given, Bhagavad Gita is giving. He has reached that. There is no meaning in going on repeating what he has already said. Tavan sarveshu vedasya brahmanasya vijanata. Underline that brahmanasya vijanata. Brahmana here is not the caste. Brahmana is a man of knowledge. Brahmajnani is a Brahmana. One who has the knowledge of self, Atmajnana, one who has Brahmajnana, one who has your Paramatma Jnana, that man is a Brahman. In fact, interestingly, our culture is so great but misunderstood. The gods we worship, Rama, not a Brahmana Kshatriya. Krishna, not a Brahmana Gulla. Vyasa, not a Brahmana. Valmiki, no, not a Brahmana. Vishwamitra, who gave us Gayatri Mantra, not a Brahmana. All great people are great for us. We don't realize that. We follow the great. Those who read every day what these people said are call themselves as Brahmana. That is their duty. So Indian system is wonderful, but it has totally lost the significance that is told in the Bhagavad Gita in society. We have divided ourselves into castes, and every caste has a mutt, and every mutt leader calls himself a Jagat Guru, and we have divided into the world into different sectors. Never come together when we want to fight against some injustice that happens to the society. Krishna says it's not like that. A jnani does not worry about what is there in Veda because he has achieved it. Example given, Yavanartha udapane sarvata sampradodake. When there is no use of the water from the well, when there is water everywhere, So is the Vedas for a man of knowledge. So is the case of man who already has got Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana, Paramatma Sakshatkara, whatever you call. They are all one. They are all one. Whether you call Atma Jnani, whether you call him Brahma Jnani, whether you call him God realized, and so on, they are all one and the same. Their experiences, ultimately they know the truth that they have come here for a simple purpose, and they achieve it and they go. Not even expecting what would come out of that. Here is a great shloka, you can understand, underline, and we can repeat. Yavanartha udapane
यावानर्थ उदपाने
sarvatah samplutodake
सर्वतः सम्प्लुतोदके
tavan sarveshu vedeshu
तावान् सर्वेषु वेदेषु
brahmanasya vijanatah
ब्राह्मणस्य विजानतः
yavanartha udapane
यावानर्थ उदपाने
sarvatah samplutodake
सर्वतः सम्प्लुतोदके
tavan sarveshu vedeshu
तावान् सर्वेषु वेदेषु
brahmanasya vijanatah.
ब्राह्मणस्य विजानतः.
And then next shloka, even whether people know Bhagavad Gita or not, they will use this one in their everyday life. Karmanye vadikaraste mapaleshu kadachana. Everybody says this. A little bit of knowledge of Vishnu Sahasranama or some shloka from our tradition, they will know this. Krishna ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ Karmanye vadikaraste ಅಂತ. Your adhikara, your right is only to do your karma. Karmanyeva adhikaraste ma paleshu kadachana. Not to worry about the result, the phala that comes after you are doing your duty. Beautiful shloka from Bhagavad Gita. Enlightening shloka. Karmanyeva adhikaraste. Your right is only to do your duty to the best of your ability. Ma paleshu kadachana. Never about the phala. What happens if you worry about the phala? We cannot settle at all. I generally give the example of students here. Supposing a boy has prepared very well for his CET examination, competitive examination. He was expecting to take a state first or nation first. But unfortunately, he wouldn't do one question rightly. He understands after coming out of the classroom. He begins to worry. Oh, I have missed my first rank, nation first rank. No. He begins to weep. Somebody has to console. And what would happen to him the next paper? That will come in the way of his writing next paper also. And this confusion will go till the end. Totally, he will not achieve the goal he wants to. And what should he do? Done. Let me see again. If he can have this determination, that paper might have been difficult for all the others which he might not have realized. Therefore, they may also have done it wrongly and he may still stand first. But he cannot take a decision like that. Karmanyevadikaras is a great thing. If you have to stop worrying, if you can stop worrying after your duty for the result, you are a better human being. Did your duty, live it. Result, good, okay. Mixed, okay. Bad, even then it's okay. Ma karma palaheturbu mate sangostva karmani. But Krishna warns it. When I say karmanyevadikaraste, you must not get disinterested in the work at all, because as I cannot expect the result of it, why should I do it with full concentration? You should not think like that. Ma karma palaheturbu mate sango. Don't become attached to the inaction. No, you must be active. But don't worry about the result. Ma karma palahetur bhu mate sangosta karmani. Do not think you are the author of result of action. Let your attachment not to be to inaction. Don't be inactive. Do your work. But don't expect anything. Leave it to God. Leave it to me, I will see to that. Leave it to me, I will see to that. It's a beautiful shloka which is usually quoted by everybody in society. Karmanyev adhikaraste. Your adhikara, your right, is only to do your work to the best of your ability. To the best of your ability. Ma paleshu kadachana. You don't have a right about the result of what you do. That doesn't mean you be uninterested in your action. Ma karma palohi mate sangostva karmani. Don't detach it. Don't feel that you can be inactive because you can't expect anything in the result. That is not at all the truth. So your choice is only to do your duty to the best of your ability, not to the result thereof. You are not the author of the result. Ma karma palahetu. Mate sangostva karmani. But your attachment not to be to inaction. Don't be inactive. Do your act to the best of your ability. Don't be bothered as to what comes out of it. Best way to do anything. You have done your duty. That's all. Whatever comes, accept it. Accept it. Arjuna has to fight with full capacity of his. Leave the rest to Krishna. Karmanyavadhikaraste, who will look after that? Krishna will look after that. For us also, he will look after. Sometimes a failure in life may take you very high in the future life. Who knows that? I am told some Stanford University people from America who discontinued the course became so great that they could employ thousands of engineers. They came out of that Stanford University. Isn't it interesting? They could not continue because they did not understand, but they were so intelligent they could establish some companies which took them beyond all limits, wherein they can feed thousands of people. That's why our software companies are like that. They have been feeding many of us who are in the jobs with those companies. Maybe all of them might not have succeeded in their education. So here he is saying, Karmanyev adhikaraste mahapal. Only your adhikara is in doing your karma to the best of your ability. Mahapaleshu kadachana. Never in the result of it. But that doesn't mean you must get disinterested in the action that you do. Do your action to the best of your ability. Mate sangosta karmani is, don't be attached to inaction. Do the action to the best of your ability. A wonderful shloka from Bhagavad Gita, an enlightening shloka from Bhagavad Gita. Let us repeat. Karmanyevadhikaraste
कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते
ma paleshu kadachana
मा फलेषु कदाचन
ma karma palaheturbhuh
मा कर्मफलहेतुर्भुः
ma te sangostva karmani
मा ते सङ्गोऽस्त्वकर्मणि
karmanyevadhikaraste
कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते
ma paleshu kadachana
मा फलेषु कदाचन
ma karma palaheturbhuh
मा कर्मफलहेतुर्भुः
ma te sangostva karmani.
मा ते सङ्गोऽस्त्वकर्मणि.
Do the prayer with me, Madam.